Hey guys, if you want to support the channel and what I'm doing, go ahead and check me out on Patreon. That's patreon.com/MrAeroHD, or there is a link in the description below. What is going on, everybody? It's MrAeroHD here. We're back with another episode of Build It, Drift It, Kill It. I want to thank you guys very much for joining me. Today we have a request from you guys. I think this was requested on a live stream at one point. The Pontiac Aztek, but as an ESDA car. This is not gonna go well. This is gonna take... I'm not trying to make this car perfect. It's a fucking SUV minivan abomination. So we're just gonna do the best we can. And yeah, so I've got the rules up here on my screen, and we are ready to go ahead and start building. Now, I'm going to make this car as light as I can because I think I checked really quickly, and it's a lot heavier than I anticipated. It's 3,100 pounds, which is okay. Let's see what we'll do that for now, and we'll see what our max tire width can be. Okay, so max tire width can be 255s, so we can basically make it as light as we want. So it's not even an ESDA legal car. It's basically just a drift build. So 255s on the front. I want that. 235s. I'm going to throw sports on here, of course, because that's what you do. And then I'm going to throw some wheels on here. I'm not going to get too picky because this car is going to look like shit regardless of what wheel is on it. Sure. Oh my god. So I wanted to do the Aztek when it came out in the DLC. I don't remember what DLC it was in. But I've always wanted to do it just because I think it would be funny to build. But we'll just do NK RPF ones. But I always thought it'd be kind of funny to build. We'll do 19s. But I thought it'd be funny to watch, funny to build. But it's going to definitely be a pain in the ass. Oh my god, that looks so disgusting. Look at those canards in the front. Why? I bet you the wing's worse. Yup, that is horrible. Oh dear. But so what can we do? What can we do? I'm just gonna fully build it before we start screwing around with the power. Don't really want a lot of power in this car. It does weigh a lot, but the tire's not that wide, so definitely just got to be wary of the power to weight ratio and just make sure we don't get too crazy with it. But yeah, someone suggested this in stream the other day. It's like, hey, you should make the Aztek, and I was like, nah. And they're like, oh, you should make it ESD legal, and I was like, oh, okay. Not that it's gonna matter because again, we can't really make it lighter. We can make it 2,700 or 2,699 pounds is our limit, and we're already at 3,000. So I don't think we're gonna be able to make it heavy enough to make it worth it. Pretty much. But there's not much else we're going to be able to do. That's not, what's it called? That's not ESDA legal. Basically, this car is going to be legal whether we want it to be or not. So it's just going to be a meme. It's just going to be funny. And yeah. So I've got, I don't know why I'm messing with power. I kind of want to, you know what? Absolutely going to do that. So we can keep the stock engine in it, which is looking, you know, like we could probably get some decent power out of it, or I could just put a V8 in it because that would be cool. But it's going to add 100 pounds, and then it could put a GTR engine in it, which I believe is what this is. Oh no, it's not. It's the 370Z engine, 370Z, wherever you're from. So it's a VQ, whatever. Hate me in the comments. I don't care. I didn't even think I changed the drivetrain. Rear wheel drive. Oh, that adds 200 pounds. Excellent. I don't know. I want like 600 horsepower out of it. But like, I'll just see. I'll fully build it. Or just start fully building it and just see what we get. So it's 40. Oh, we didn't lose that much weight there. I'm gonna go because we can still twin turbo it. We can still supercharge the engine. I think it's just like an inline 6 or a V6, knowing Pontiac and like how GM builds their not performance cars. I don't think it's a 4-banger. I think it's just a fucking gutless engine for a gutless car. Quite a bit of torque, honestly. So we'll throw cams in there that evens it out about to a 400 horse, or 350 horses. And then we go aspiration, twin turbos, because we're going to need the boost. Throw that on there. It's going to look like we're engine swapped, but boom. Yeah, 425. That's not a whole lot of power. Goodbye, engine. Wait, that's the wrong screen. Goodbye, engine. So we can keep in we can put in the 370Z engine, or we can keep it. Honestly, this brings it closer to a 50-50. The V8 brings it closer to a 50-50 weight distribution, so we're going to just do that. Which is actually surprisingly close to a 50-50 weight distribution. I'm also going to try to, I think I might put a wing on it, just because I think it'll help. I know it looks ugly. It looks fucking vile and disgusting, but I think it'll help ultimately with the build, so we're gonna do that. And I'm just gonna continue to put in power here until I feel like it's unsafe. So let's go 400 or so, 410 or so. Probably gonna need a supercharger or something. I think we can get like, yeah, it's about 450 if I remember correctly. 460, that's cool. So 468 horsepower, and gonna go to conversions, aspiration. We can do single turbo, twin turbo, supercharger, or a pro charger, I guess. If anyone wants to know, like, wants to tell me what these are actually called, because I'm pretty sure I've never heard the term outside of Forza positive displacement supercharger. So I think this is a screw supercharger, and this is a like pro charger. But like, somebody can tell me in the comments. Y'all are smart. I just want to know. I don't want to sound like a dummy to cool people. But I think we're just gonna twin turbo it, just because that's what you would see in Formula Drift, right? And this is not really Formula Drift at all. We're also gonna paint it from this red, because this red looks atrocious. So we can run no wing, which just looks super weird. You know, there's like no thing there at all. Or the wing. I don't like it. I think it's ugly as all hell, but I think we're gonna need it. I don't think this car is gonna have any sort of stability at high speed. I'm just gonna fully, so 661 horsepower and then 712 foot-pounds of torque. Should be plenty of power. This engine's actually not as powerful as I thought it was. Do we have it maxed? Oh, I didn't touch cams already. Yeah, so you can get 770 or 790 horsepower out of it, which we're gonna not do. So we're gonna put the sport cams, and then I'm gonna back it down with the turbo, so there's a little bit less turbo lag. So I have 682 horsepower for now. That might get changed, and 690 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm just gonna quickly throw a color on here. I'm not gonna paint it, obviously. I'm just gonna throw a color, like maybe a logo or two. But yeah, if you guys hear weird pauses in this video, I was literally sitting down. This has happened like 4 times. I just sat down to record. I'm like, oh, sick. I'm gonna record a video. I haven't recorded a video in a while. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then my nose just like I don't know if it's allergy. It's absolutely allergies. Did I want metal flake? Yeah, that's what I wanted. Guys, I'm stupid. You know, of course I know what color we're gonna run. I'm gonna be like every YouTuber when this car came out, and run a matte green, and then call myself Walter White. Get it? Get it? I'm so funny. Ooh. Does this get any paler? Yeah, it does. That's about right. I just want to see if it comes as a manufacturer color like this. No, it does not. Okay, cool, sick. But that's our pale green, which is kind of similar to the color. I'm going to paint the wheels black just because black is cool. And then I'm going to see if I can paint the wing. I cannot paint the wing. I was going to paint it black just so I didn't have to look at it. But, yeah. I forgot to do drivetrain for some reason. I thought I did it. I may have done it on the other engine. This might be one of those games that when you change engines, you have to redo the drivetrain. Or maybe I just forgot. That's also possible. But I'm just going to make sure platform's done. Yeah, okay. back to Lime Rock. Okie doke. We are back on Lime Rock. Haven't driven more than a foot in this car yet, so the tire pressure is the same. I'm going to crank up the final drive. Didn't really think that we needed to change the final drive from stock, but I still need to have like a clutch or whatever. So I put a little bit of positive camber in the rear just so the car sits. I might put a little bit more than normal, just because when the car's on power, it squats, obviously, and then you want the car to have your rear tire flat when you're going, basically. So we're going to do that. And ride height. I honestly don't think the tune's going to matter, but I'm going to go up to in the front as opposed to the back. And I'm going to stiffen it, actually. I usually soften it a little bit, but I feel like this is really soft from the factory. And I'm going to stiffen everything. And I'm going to just make that not 100, then make this to 85, 95. And then hopefully this weirdo tune works out for this weirdo car. All right. Let's go. Let's wish me the best of luck. I am running a wing, so I can adjust the wing if I need to. So it's not a bad entry. Not expecting greatness here. It feels really numb, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wow. Oh my god. The weight. But the car feels really, really fucking numb. Not getting a whole lot of feeling through the controller, which sounds stupid, I understand, but like, the wing I think is helping, but I may have just convinced myself that it's helping just to justify how stupid it looks. Definitely think we can come down on power, but the chassis just still needs to be set up, so gonna turn around and keep working on it. What do I got here? I think that maybe we should tune setup. I'm gonna try to put the caster all the way up, and then I'm gonna take out some front toe. Just normally that like helps settle the front end, but hopefully this is good. Let's go. I got this. Got this. Easy. It's just so slow to do everything. It's slow to react, slow to... Hey, that's pretty good. I will laugh my ass off if you make this car like not suck. Look at that cone. It's exactly where you need it to be. It's actually pretty smooth once you get it out to like its limit of grip, basically. But not bad. Not bad at all. Definitely not perfect. I don't think it's overpowered anymore. Maybe I just needed to get some heat into the tires, which is... We're already at 8% tire wear. Sick. Well, at least I can start like right at the starting line. Big entry-ish. But car basically twitched on entry. I don't know if I'm running the line right. I don't really care, to be honest. I might try to... Whoa! No, that wasn't the car's fault. That was my fault. But gonna run... I'm just confused on what to do here. I'm gonna try and lower the front a little bit, and then maybe soften the front a little bit. Just to see if I can get, I don't know, a little bit more feeling into my front. Feeling into the front steering. My other thought is maybe like stiffen the shit out of it, but I also don't like stiff things. I'm joking. That's a meme. But I think we can figure this out. I think that we can make this at least semi decent. I think it's going to be slow regardless of what we do. And unfortunately, I don't know if my car is fast until I'm in tandem, and I am not going to tandem this ever, probably. Jesus, I'm always thinking I can like throw the car in for a big entry, and I just can't do that. Like right there, it was good. It was like, all right, this is the amount of angle I'm gonna get, and that's it. But oh no, I over rotated there, and my nose is itchy again. I fucking hate my nose. Somebody cut it off. Somebody help me cut my nose off. I'm sick of it. I hate my life. And it's my nose. I hate it. Whenever I talk a lot, my nose gets itchy. And then whenever my cat I'm violently allergic to is like, what's good, papa? I like start sneezing everywhere. It's awful. It's so awful. I'm going to up the tire pressure in the front, lower it a little bit in the rear, set it up a little bit like I would have it normally. I'm going to lower the camber a bit, and then I'm going to make that neutral. Just because I think it's not... I thought it'd be really twitchy, and it's like the exact opposite of that. It's just like lazy and numb, and it has no feeling in the steering at all. And I mean, it is a Pontiac Aztek, and I'm not expecting the best car I've ever driven here, but I'm just getting nothing out of this car right now, which is not good. That corner, the angle was okay, but the line was off. Oh, was all right, other than the fact I went way too much on the rumble strip there. We're getting somewhere, though. Nice and smooth. I'm going to take down some downforce in the back. Maybe that'll help. It just feels really, really planted in the rear, and I don't like it. It's, like, overly planted, you know? Hard to explain, but, like, it's overly planted in the rear. So we'll take some wing out of the back, and then we're going to restart the session just so we can get some fresh tires. Okay, fresh rubber. Let's see what our little changes had. If this works out, we'll go somewhere else and try it out. But I think we're going to stay on Lime Rock for now, just because Lime Rock is fairly easy. The car doesn't drag out as much as I want it to, but fuck me in the ass. I hate my life. I always mess up that corner. It has nothing to do with the Aztek. It's just me. My front end is not as responsive as I want it to be, but I don't want to run the same tires on the front that I have on the back, just because that's not how I like my car set up. It worked. Oh my god, no! It worked that one time with what's it called? It worked with the brain. It worked with a Camaro, but it did not work with the. It's not working with the Aztek. But I'm gonna soften everything up a little bit. I'm gonna leave everything else the same, and hopefully this works. Again, I'm not trying to get it perfect. I just want a little bit more grip from the front. Just a little bit more grip. Nothing excessive, and I understand that this car is never going to be perfect, but I want to be able to pull out of drifts a little bit easier, so I want to sacrifice a little bit of stability. My next adjustment is maybe take out a little bit of rear toe if this doesn't feel like it did anything, which it does, but I'm not sure if it did enough. But I don't know if I want to go too far the other way now. So if I make it too twitchy, it's going to be impossible to drive. And this is actually not doing too bad, which is hilarious to me. Like, this car is not tanking. It's not doing shit. It's actually pretty good. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know if that's where the 50 roll ends, but it's where I ended it. Ride the inside, a little bit of foot brake to run out wide. I didn't want to drop a tire there, but it's okay. Didn't get in for the inner clip, but again, it's okay. Big entry here. We got it, boys. Oh, wow. I didn't stall, which is good. I, like, lost the angle. This thing is stupid smooth. It's, like, smooth to a fault, where it's, like, not fun to drive almost. And it is hard to drive, but, like, this ain't so bad. This ain't so bad at all. I think the wing actually did help, to be honest with you. Brakes. Over-rotated. Oh. I'm going to go for a big entry this time. I'm going to go for a big entry, and then we're going to go to Indy just because that's the next round. And if any of you guys are dumb enough to run an Aztek, well, here's your setup for you, I suppose. That Indy's a little bit trickier to set up a car for just because it's not flat. There's a little bit of elevation change here, but nothing major. All right. Fuck the 50 roll. 100 miles an hour entry. Eat a dick! That was kind of cool. I washed out, but that, like, I'm driving an Aztek, right? So that was the fakest laugh I've ever. That was the fakest laugh I've ever laughed, even though it wasn't fake. It just sounded fake. I'm having a weird day. But turn right. All right, it flicks now, but it's not overly sensitive. I don't know why I said sensitive. But yeah, we're going to go to Indy and see what happens there. All right, we are at Indianapolis. The tune should work. I might need to tweak it a little bit, but I've been practicing here. I should be able to drive this section a bit better. You definitely, for me, I can't whip it in as much as I want to, but oh my god. It's probably super slow, but like... the amount of angle this thing is capable of pulling while still being smooth is genuinely surprising for how small the rear tires are. Like, this is a shock. It is a shock to me. I think that the wing helps. Oh my, I thought I was sure I was spinning out there, but I think the wing helps a little bit, but enter. Oh, I went a little bit saucy with the entry there. Finally filled that out of zone properly. Clip. That was scary to transition. Little adjustments. Perfect amount of power, actually. Alright. Other than the 2 tire drop at the end, am I crazy in saying that was a good run? That looked like a good run to me. Like, this car might have not been as difficult as I anticipated. You all need to pick a harder car for me to tune. Don't, actually. So we go to 86%. I think 84 was what I'm normally running, but we'll do 86 because it's either 84 or 87. And I'd rather have a little bit too much brake than not enough. Yeah, I mean... no, I'm that's stupid. Stop talking. I want to go for at least one more run just to see. Tires are at 9%. And go. Let's see what kind of entry we can get here. Not bad. Had to pull the e-brake there a little bit. Definitely not my... oh! There it is. There's that big twitch I was waiting for. But, like, that's the first one yet. And, like, this car is not perfect, but it's not that bad at all. I want to know if you guys are liking this ESDA stuff. Just curious, you know. I just want to know what your opinion of it is. I could go back to, like, just regular builds, but I definitely like building them on sections. It's just more my speed. It's more what I do. Online sucks, too. I could take them back online and do points, but, like, I hate everything about that. So this is more my speed. I can make them not ESD legal, but they're still going to be fairly similar. The only thing that'll change is basically the weight and the tire size. This thing is fucked up good. Like, it's not the best car I've ever driven by any means, but it's too good for what it is. I thought it was going to be like absolute trash, and it's just not absolute trash at all. It's slow in every sense of the word. It reacts slow. It turns slow. But it handles well. Ish. Come on, car. Yeah, buddy. Come on, car. We need the whole run now. We need the whole run now. Let's end the video, maybe, on a good note. That was fucking hilarious. But I want to thank whoever suggested this car. It's kind of dumb, but I kind of love it. If you guys want to see another dumb build next week, let me know. I'm sorry about the spotty videos. I need to find out a new video schedule that works for me. I've been working a lot more. I'm trying to put money away for a thing that I'm going to announce. A lot of you already know what it is, and I've talked about it in public, but I'm just going to, like, formally announce it next week. I have another announcement next week, too. That one you guys may or may not like. But I need to try new things with this whole content creator thing. And, you know, it's only going to be temporary unless it works out really well. But I want to thank you guys very, very much for watching. Like the video if you haven't liked it already. Please subscribe if you want to see similar content. And Aztecs can drift, apparently.